Listen, man. Y'all can keep listening to these motherfucking rappers if y'all want to. Y'all keep listening to these rappers if you want to, man. I told y'all they strategically put here to destroy us. There's no doubt. This is all controlled by the government, bro. Listen, you keep listening to these rappers that's put here. Look at all these so-called Crip. I like Crip Mac, but this nigga's a character, man. He's a character. That whole no jumper shit characters. I think half of these guys are with the government. Like these big podcasts, I think most of them put here. That's why they ask all them police ass questions and have all the gangsters. Man, there's so much shit I want to talk about, but I can't right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it because I don't want to fuck with what I got going on up. But man, when you look at the average rapper out here, there's so many cold ass rappers out here, man, that you will hear making a little noise, but they'll never just be as big as they should be. It be the nothing ass rappers that don't talk about shit, say shit really, but just some bullshit. Like Kodak Black. I mean, dog, when he said I ate the pill and I knew it was fake or whatever that nigga said, I knew right then, like, damn. So he going that far, put that shit into the community, right? And then on top of that, I stand on business. That's all he said. I stand on business. I all right, baby. He said I pop pills. I do all this. And I don't fuck with rats. And what they do? They bought him. They said, look, he got $1 million. Buy this guy. Go get him. So listen. So it's cool. Listen, it's cool to be a rat if it works for you. But if it would have been somebody else that took that $1 million, you'd have been Boosie on it. You'd have been talking shit too. These are facts, man. And I'm so tired of seeing this same shit being pushed. Like I said earlier on, see, look, it's gonna be hard for me probably to ever blow up big in this, cause my ideal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pushing a positive message. Even though I cuss a lot and you know what I'm saying? And it's about, and what I'm pushing is unity on all people, not just black people, my people, right? I'm talking about everybody, kids and all. Like, man, look, bro, it's so fucked up out here that for these kids to think that jail is cool. Like, everything bad is good in my community. Everything that you do bad, like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad to love a woman. She got to be a whore, a bitch, or a rat ass. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to college and get your education to go get a job, you a lame. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck college. You know, it's cool to get shot. It's cool to be running from the police. It's like, how the fuck is that cool? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck is that cool to be shot? Or to be out here robbing and stealing, bro? Like, the shit that I be seeing on the news, it be so mind-blowing and unbelievable to me, some of the crimes these motherfuckers is committing. Like, they have no way to, like, no plan on a escape route. I mean, god damn, motherfuckers walking in, fuck, it's about to get worse. Because like I say, this president is garbage. So, it's horrible out here. You got, man, and then it's getting closer to Christmas, man. It's about to be, this probably gonna be one of the worst years that I hope not, but I think it's gonna be one of the worst years that we've seen in a long time as far as violence, man. Because look how high everything is. Gas, food, the price of everything out this motherfucker higher than a motherfucker. And then look what they paying. People like, oh, UPS make $49. The Chrysler GM give it $10 more. So what? Ain't nothing gonna change in his fucking paycheck. It ain't like you should have did that shit 5 years ago. Fuck you. I mean, I'm just saying though, you need extra. Everybody. So listen, dog. So what y'all just go? Next thing you know, niggas gonna be making $200 an hour, still living in the hood, because they keep raising this shit up. Then they raise the pay up a little bit, but it's still never enough to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just, man, look, everything about this internet shit is bad, man. This is what's fucking us up as a people. I'm talking about as black people, as a people in whole, man. As you know, they try to play that race thing with the Alabama thing, right? They tried to play that shit. I'm glad it didn't work. We got enough on our plates to be trying to straighten our shit out amongst each other. Better yet, beef with some people that we didn't push this shit behind us 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Of course, racism still exists. You know the reason it exists because some of the hateful people the message is still getting spread, but it's dying thin though. Man, we can change all this with this internet shit. We can change that shit. You will never, listen, let me tell you something. As long as we live, it'll never be a perfect world. We'll never see it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it can't be, but listen, one thing for sure, you always gonna have good and evil. That's why when people be like, well, it need to go back how it used to be. Well, how did it used to be? Listen, it's been fucked up. If you read the Bible, look how fucked up the Bible. When I read the Bible, I be like, God damn, we living in good times compared to the shit that was happening in the Bible. So what do we have to go off of? If the Bible was that fucked up, what do we have to go off of? So we looking at, okay, back in the 60s and 70s when we was kind of segregated and black people was fucking damn near starving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. But it's just like, dog, all this shit can change. We got common sense now, better way of thinking, new technology. There's no way. People need to learn, people need to grasp and respect life more. I love living. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit, my nigga. I love living. I do. I love living like I love it. Poor, broke, paid, whatever. I done been in all realms of this shit. And either way, I like living. Yeah, as times get hard, yeah, they get hard. But you got to take the good with the bad. And I understand that some people suffering. And there's different shit why people probably want to leave the earth. They hurt over something. They can't get over it. Okay, I can understand that. And people die every day. And that's the way the world turns. But for us to be killing each other, people are dying at like the rate is unbelievable. Like these murders, car accidents, just dumb shit. And it's all because of this shit that I'm talking to y'all on. This is what adds the fuel to the fire. If you think they can't do something about this shit, why do you think crime's so higher in the black community? And I'm gonna say something about that. Why do they report that the crime is higher, right? So look, there's so many ways I can go with this. So look, say like right now I'm in Livonia, Michigan. I'm right on side of Detroit, right? But it's like the good little suburb, like a suburban type, lower middle class type neighborhood. So just say, as soon as I cross Detroit, like the crime over here is zero. Been a few crimes lately. They probably get 4 murders a year, right? Across Detroit, you getting 1,000 murders. You know, they be lying about that 400, 500, 700 murders. Come on, man. Let me tell you how they be lying about that shit. It's 365 days in a motherfucking year. We all know that, right? So every time I cut on the news, just the news only, it's a motherfucker dead every day. Murder. Every single day you cut on the news, you're not gonna cut it on without seeing at least one murder. But sometimes it be multiple murders. And that's just what makes the news. So how you gonna tell me that it's only 400, 700 murders? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Cut that bullshit out. It's probably thousands of murders every year. The way it is around here. And then don't tell me you can't do nothing about it. Don't tell me how is I cross one main street and then there's a piece of paper on the ground. But then when I go on the other side of the fucking street where the black people at, everything fucked up. The streets fucked up. There's holes all in the streets. You come on this side of it, the streets paved good. The houses nice. The police is on everywhere, and the police waving at the community. The kids want to be cops and shit and firefighters, and the police get out and take their time with the kids. You come to our hood, the police petrified of the motherfuckers. The police jumping out harassing niggas shooting at the police. How is it that much of a difference? One block over. Tell me, what are they doing over here that we're not doing, that they can't do where we at, right? And then I always thought about it like, we fucking our own neighborhood up. We did this to us. We did this. We the one who killing each other. Yeah, that's true. Point the finger at yourselves, right? But the one that's pointing at them is a bad motherfucker, because we've been under control from that slavery shit for so long. I'm not using it as an excuse, but this shit was like damn near bred into us. And look at the circumstances you put us all together, right? So when we came to these cities, we came and We didn't go to separate neighborhoods. Most blacks stayed with blacks, the whites stayed with the whites. And the government seen that. They pushed all that poison and them guns all straight to us. Crack came straight to us. The crack epidemic is worse than slavery. Actually, fuck the slavery reparations. If y'all don't want to pay that shit, you know, because y'all talk all this ain't happened that. We know for sure that the government was bringing drugs over and purposely giving them to us. We know that's a fact right now, right? So if we don't get paid for slavery, we need that shit for the crack epidemic. That was slavery, and it still is slavery. So how many motherfuckers died and lost that? Look, man, let me tell you something. The shit that happened in 2007 when everybody lost their houses. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. West Side, Schoolcraft, 722482227. That's where I'm from, right? Listen, everybody in 2007 was flourishing. The plants was good. I was at Ford, hustling at Ford. Everybody had good jobs, houses, everything. People had their houses for 20 and 30, 40, 50 years. Been living in the same motherfucking house, got a little mortgage on it. All of a sudden, just one day, everything crashed and everybody lost their shit. I mean, come on, man. Listen, dog. Everybody lost their shit. How in the fuck this many people go in foreclosure all at fucking once? And you telling me that wasn't the governmentally done? How? Listen, man. Why just one fucking day you wake up, everything is gone to shit? We're in a fucking recession. How could that happen? That's strategically done. And they knew what they was doing. Cause they like, damn, these niggas, these black people, they own too much nice shit. Like Detroit, the ghetto, what we call the ghetto is, look, man, we got better shit than, like, all these middle class working people where I'm at right here. They can make $100,000 a year, whatever, 150, and they can go to their so-called nice house out here, $250,000, $300,000. Now they up though, but just say an average $250,000, $300,000 house they got here, $150,000 to $300,000 house. You look at that motherfucker and come straight to the ghetto, cross this street, go 2 blocks over, and we in the middle of the ghetto, right? And the house is, if you put that same house where that motherfucker house at, it'd be damn near $1 million fucking dollars, $600,000-$700,000, no bullshit. I can take you to some houses right now in the worst part of the ghetto, Highland Park over there down by, that's not really Detroit, but it is, but Highland Park down by all in that area. You know, the wood down there, man. These houses are redundantly big. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go live over there. Matter of fact, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to pull over there and go live, and I'm about to show you all these houses. And if you take one of them houses and put it anywhere in one of these middle class neighborhoods over, it'll fuck it over. I'm talking about 4-5 bedroom brick houses, 2, 3, 4 bathrooms, square foot out of this world. You know what I'm saying? But it's fucked up. But they looked at that shit now and they like, oh, we gotta get this back. And once they start fixing up downtown, it's like, man, it's crazy, man. Look, I'm just kicking, I'm just venting, but it's crazy how that shit went. Like I say, everybody lost their shit. So houses going for $5,000. People that had their houses for 50 years, like I said, they put everything all in their houses, and the motherfucker actually came and bought they done paid $200,000-$300,000 for these houses, $150,000 to $300,000, $400,000. Motherfucker coming to buy their house for $2,500, $5,000, $10,000. Like, god damn, and they still owe $200,000 on the motherfucker, $150,000. They still owe. They stuck with that, and a nigga come buy your house that you didn't pay for, but you done paid for it twice, because you done paid the house off, got you another mortgage on the motherfucker, thinking you gonna be straight, and the motherfucker come buy your shit for $5,000, $10,000. But they knew that was a trick. They knew black people weren't used to seeing that shit. They was loose to. Black people not used to seeing that shit, right? So they knew black people was gonna take their last. They never seen. They knew all the drug dealers. Everybody was like, shit, I'm buying buildings. I'm taking my last. I never seen this. But what they didn't know is we never been through a recession. We never seen this shit. So what we didn't know is like, hey, don't jump on that shit right off rip. Because when you jumped on it, nobody got money. So nobody got money, that means people not paying rent. That means you taking all your money, buying this house, putting money into the house, but how you gonna sell it? That house still worthless because nobody can buy it. The bank's not loaning money. You can't rent the motherfucker. And some people bought 10, 20, 100. They was giving bundles out, 100,000 for 10 houses and shit. 100, you know what I'm saying? 100 houses for $500,000. They was doing like crazy ass bundles to all these investors, but they knew what was gonna happen. Investors knew what to do. They had the long money, but the banks wasn't loaning us no money. But see, them investors got long money and they know how to play it because they done been through this, or they people been through this. So they got all the good shit, right? And when the niggas, they jumped on it, what happened was 3 years later, now it's time to pay taxes. Now you done spent your last because you think you about to hit a lick. You got all these houses. Let's say you just only got 5 houses out the deal or 10 houses, right? We're gonna go with 5 houses. So this motherfucker, taxes on these motherfuckers, $2,500, $3,000 a year or more, right? Let's say $4,000 a year each house. That's $20,000 a year, and it's been 3 years. Now you owe $60,000, but you ain't sold a house. It ain't being rented. None of that shit. So what you do, you lose the house, right? So they waited. So now that's 2007. Now it's 2010. Okay, prices went up a little bit. It's getting better, but had the people done tapped out. They done tapped the people with the little money. They almost up out of here. So round 2. Everybody going to the tax sale on this time. Hitting licks. 2010, 2012 tax sale. Everybody there trying to get them. Same thing. People believe it's gonna come up. 3 years later, 2015, same thing. But now, that shit pretty much wiped everybody out. And like I say, the banks ain't loaning shit. But these motherfuckers with money came in this motherfucker and sat back and hit licks, man. And that's when you see other racists start coming in here. They didn't want to live in these motherfuckers, but they like, hey, I put my people in there. You know, so we own it. We still gonna own it, even if it's black people here. But hey, we like this neighborhood over here, so we gonna push these black people out. I'm telling you how it happened. So how they do it is, okay, when I bought my house in 2007 or 11, I bought the house in 2007, one of the houses I bought, 2-family flat, right? 2007. Now you try to go get a loan on that motherfucker right now, they ain't gonna give me but the $18,000 I paid for cash, right? So they gonna say, well, we gonna give you $18,000. That's all they're saying is worth. Till today, right now, they still not zoning it right. That's how people have. That's why we can't get no money. You can't even get a roof put on your house. They doing that on purpose. But these guys down the street buying the houses for $10,000, $15,000. Now they done went up from 2 and 5 and 10. They 18, 20, 30,000 now, right? So these guys go in there and pay 30,000, put another 30,000, 40,000 in the house and sell that motherfucker for 175. Too easy. I'm just talking about in the neighborhood where I'm from. So you know them houses over there in certain areas go for like 300,000. If you get down at 200, 300, 400,000, and it's back to normal. So, but like I said, what's happening is they got the neighborhoods that they want their people in, and they pushing us out because we can't get. They're not giving us loans for nothing. They're not giving us loans for nothing, right? These motherfuckers, they giving them loans and they got cash. So what they do is they get a house, fix it up, and put a high price on it. They know they people coming from out of town buying it because they trying to lock it in. We can't get it. We not gonna pay that fucking much for it. It's really too high. You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm going with it? You see what I'm trying to say? So, okay, so you get one person coming here, they don't mind paying 175 for it because they know what's about to happen. They know the race about to change, it's about to go, they about to better this neighborhood, but we gonna push these motherfuckers on out. Push them on out to the suburbs. Like my man, I heard Gilly, one of Wallow saying something. Who was that? Somebody was saying something about, who was that saying, yeah, you gonna be in the ghetto, because, no, that was Mike Epps. That's the same thing that's happening here. They give you a motherfucking house in the so-called suburbs now. That rent out there going cheap than the motherfucker, but it's hot in the motherfucker in the city. So they separating. And so now guess what? That once nice neighborhood about to be the ghetto again because they forcing all these people to go there and all of the people that's really getting money coming back to the city. So they taking, nigga, we lost what's ours. They ain't take shit. They tricked us out of it. But I'm telling you, if you own anything in Detroit and you can hold on to it, I'm telling you. But it's like that all over the world though. It's ghettos. They used to be the projects. Just right now, $500 million lofts and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't get no fucking help. Like that's why I say about the same thing about help period out here. How in the fuck can you? Like I say, how do you be at war with somebody You at war, start a war with somebody, blow they shit up, then go pay billions and billions of dollars to fix it. Every natural disaster, we somewhere helping somebody. You don't think this is a fucking natural disaster, that what's going on with all these murders? You don't think that deserve no attention? Well, people can't even get fucking good jobs. People can't even fix their houses up. I mean, god damn, you don't think we need some type of help here in these cities? You don't think this shit is tragic? Like, people investing in even our own people, like Oprah and all these with Jay-Z and them, they going out places and spending their money elsewhere instead of where they from. We lost, my dog. And like I say, this shit right here that I'm on is helping us lose, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the right message ain't coming through it. And I'm just venting, talking, but I'm Trap Talk Blue. If you like what you hear, hit that like and subscribe button. All love and positivity, baby.